Hi, I'm Lauren. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to take you through a realistic day in the life as an artist in KZN, South Africa. I'm going to kind of vlog my day today, and I've got a lot of creative projects planned which I hope I get to them all, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to give it a thumbs up and follow along for more of these kind of videos. My first project of the day is underway, so I just finished my coffee. I usually drink rooibos. I love rooibos, especially this brand, but I've been recycling this packaging, and I created this sort of, I guess you'd call it like a stencil that I am going to be creating some art with. This is actually based on my photodrawclub prompt of the week. It's a beautiful moth that is found in Cuba. I'll put the name on the screen. But photodrawclub is like an art prompt challenge that I have running every week. I post a photo that I've taken, and everyone's welcome to use it as art inspiration and to inspire creativity. So what I've also been doing with this packaging is, what's really amazing is Giotto has this gold on their packaging, which is awesome. And gold is actually really hard to find if you make paper art. So I've also been like cutting little pieces of that, and I'm going to collect that to use for some other paper projects along the way. That's the beautiful peacock that visits us every day. We feed him and we love having him around. So yeah, it's cool to see him. He's just sitting by the door there. I'm outside now, going to get some washing out and do some chores, as such is life when you're living and working at home. So I sort of moved away from my art desk for a few minutes, gonna hang the washing and then get on with some more creativity. While hanging the washing, I've been looking at these beautiful, I think they're called Primulas, that are just kind of growing wild. They are so stunning. You'll also hear a lot of the neighborhood noises. It's quite busy in the neighborhood today, so yeah, just random sounds here and there in the background. Here's a close-up look at these beautiful Primulas. I'm back at my desk and I'm ready to get going with this creative project. This is July, and I've been doing a lot of watercolor artworks lately. So I'm thinking for this specific project I'd like to mix it up and use a different medium. So I'm thinking markers would be really cool to do this artwork in, because I haven't used markers in a while and I'm kind of missing it, and I love using all different kinds of mediums, so I'm excited to mix it up. And yeah, I think markers will help the colors of this project be like really nice and vibrant, because the colors of this moth are beautiful. I might be being too ambitious here, but I have this frame that I would like to make an artwork for. It's actually really big. This is probably, sure, it's bigger than A3. It's like maybe A2 or just a bit smaller than that. Yeah, anyway, it's a frame from IKEA. So I have this paper that's usually quite good with markers, so I hope it will work. And I've got my stencil, so I'm going to cut out this paper and then start on this artwork. You see, this might take a long time. Definitely save this for another project. So now I'm going to take my stencil, and I think I'm going to, because I'd kind of like to have a few of these butterflies sort of with nature around, so I'm going to use this. That's kind of why I made the stencil, is now to trace this shape onto my page, because butterflies, the hardest part for me is always trying to draw the butterfly the same way and getting the wings to be the same on each side. So that's where the stencil kind of comes in. It just helps a little bit with that. So I'm going to have one up here. And also the cool thing about stencils is that then you can reuse them for other artworks as well. So there's so many things I can do still with the stencil again. And it's a great way to use recycled cardboard as well. It gives it an extra purpose. I decided on just 2 butterflies, and then my plan is like sort of flowers and stuff that you find in Cuba around here. And yeah, I'll see about the background, maybe like some mountain. I see there's like a lot of beautiful nature in Cuba. So I'm thinking the first one I want to do, I think it's called a buttercup, and I don't know this flower too well, but it's got a beautiful look to it. So I'm going to draw a couple of those. They're really nice color as well. I have these rounded leaves. I think there's 5 leaves. There's a little like star shape in the middle, and a little bit of different color here. And then the leaves are really cool. They do this like jutting out thing like that. I'm also drawing the Cuban national flower, I think, which is the mariposa, and it's a beautiful white flower. So doing with a couple of little like buds that are coming off the main one. And then yeah, I'll think of something else to do here. Apparently in Cuba there's also a lot of palm trees, so I'm definitely going to do a palm tree in the background of this image, kind of like behind the moths and then the flowers in the front. And yeah, I'm excited about this artwork, how it's turning out. It's definitely going to be a lot of work, so I'm not too sure I'm going to finish it today, but it's a good start. I finally finished drawing, so I've got the palm tree in the back, I've got a sun, some mountains, the moths, and then we have the buttercup, the mariposa, and a whole bunch of hibiscus flowers as well. And then I just decorated the background with a couple of leaves just to fill the gaps a little bit. And yeah, so it's ready to add some color. For most of this artwork I'm going to be using these markers. I've used this brand quite a few times and I really love the vibrancy of the colors. So there's quite a few beautiful colors, and I think this will work quite nicely for a lot of this artwork. I don't know if I'll do the whole artwork with this, but let's see if we can get that out. So here's a look at a few of the colors. I think for the moths I'm going to be using a couple of the greens and yellows. I'll probably start with a very light green. So trying to figure out which is the lightest green they have. These ones, there's this green as well, and there's that, there's definitely black as well, and I might even use a little bit of a yellow as well. So I'm thinking those are going to be most of the colors for the moths. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this one. I'm excited to do this. I think what I will do first actually is color this yellow at the bottom in the gaps. This moth has lots of really cool little bits of yellow that kind of like pop through the green. So I think this will be a nice under layer. It's so cute as I'm working. Look who's at the window. Having a little peek in what's going on. Oh, sweet. So now I'm going to start adding some of the green. And just going to do it in like little, just like that. So that the yellow still comes through. Almost like dotting it. Since we're doing a day in the life, I'm going to tell you the time. It's now 11:23, and yeah, just basically dotting away my green onto my yellow for these beautiful day moths. And yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely. I kind of like how the color is showing through. It's really vibrant, and then I think I'll be able to still add like a little bit of darker green on top of this. And yeah, this is cool. It's like a different technique, but I haven't really done too much like this before, but you know, trial and error and all that, and just trying things out. And that's what I love about art, is there's so many different ways to do it, and yeah, it's really exciting and fun. That's how it is looking so far. I'm now going to go in with some black, and I think that's going to really make the green pop out, and then I'll probably add also some darker green still. So I'll start with this one over here. Most of this moth is black and green. Those are like the dominant colors. But yeah, I think this will look really cool, and I think it will really highlight the green. So this is exciting. And now I'm just adding some sort of darker greens, because the wings at the bottom are quite dark, so I'm going to use this darker green to kind of almost be like another black, but not as dark as black. So, and just sort of like do the edgings, and yeah. I just finished these beautiful moths, so I'm really excited about how this turned out. This is just with the markers, and yeah, they're so vibrant. And I'm excited to create the rest of this picture, but I don't think I'm going to have the time to finish it today. So this is what I'm going to share as my post for the Photo Draw Club for this week, for these beautiful moths from Cuba. And I'm so excited. I'm going to try to finish this with, if I can do the whole picture in markers, that would be ideal, but we'll see. I might have to do a little bit of mixed media, because there are some quite big spaces to fill, and if you've used markers before, you'll know that it's if you're using alcohol markers, it's good because they blend a lot easier, but Giotto markers are just like regular markers, so when you have these big spaces to fill, sometimes it can start to look a little bit like layering and streaky, so I don't want that to happen. So I think I'll do all the main things with markers, and then some of the areas with paint or pencil, or figure out a way to fill in that space. But yeah, this is so much fun to create, and yeah, let me know what you think about how these beautiful moths turned out. They're really fun to make, and yeah, it's exciting. So that is creative project number 1 for the day, and I will work some more on that on a different day. But now I'm going to make some rooibos tea, and then I'm going to, while I'm drinking my tea, I'm going to post this, what I've done now with my moths on social media, and then hopefully after that I can work on a watercolor painting for today. Tea time! Wow, where does the time go when you are using social media? So it is now 1:20, and I've posted a video on TikTok as well as on Instagram, and did all the write-ups and added, you know, edits and all that stuff. And yeah, so it took probably like, what, about an hour. And yeah, that's social media. But yeah, if you want to follow me, I am on Instagram and I am on TikTok. You can find those down below. And yeah, so now I think I'm going to try to work on my watercolor painting for today. I realized that I should also eat, so I'm just heating up some pasta for lunch. I think that needs a little tiny bit longer. Frozen dinner. I'm busy collecting my stuff now, and I'm gonna go paint outside, do the watercolors outside, because the sun is shining. It's a winter's day, but the sun feels really good. But I do have my hat on because South African sun is pretty strong. So yeah, let's get painting. This is my setup for painting outside. I've got these Mont Marte palettes of watercolors, and then I also have a whole bunch of different paintbrushes, a cloth. This is for water, phone, watercolor paper, and then these are Winsor Newton Cotman's watercolors that I have been using. So what I did is I've been recycling these bottle tops, or from, I think they're from milk cartons, wash them out really carefully, and then I've been using the tubes of the watercolors and filling them into here, and it's actually worked really well as like a watercolor palette, so that's what I'll also be using today. This is my view. It's yeah, it's really nice to be sitting outside. It's my favorite place to paint. I didn't really explain what I'm painting, so the prompt today, it's for the World Watercolour Month, which is now in July, and the prompt today is chair. So we went on a trip back in March, and we went camping. Stayed at this amazing campsite called Crodini. I definitely recommend it, and it's in the Western Cape, and it was right next to the river. So I'm doing a picture of our tent with the camping chairs, and yeah, just that beautiful view there. It's a really awesome place to camp. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm just waiting for it to dry a bit, and then maybe I can just try like add a couple more details, but it's pretty much where it's gonna end. Not too much more I want to add to this. It's sort of like a bird's eye view perspective. There was this beautiful river there, so that's the river in the background, and the two camping chairs. It's starting to get a little bit windy, so I might have to check this inside. I'm back inside, and I just finished off the watercolor, so now I'm going to photograph this, and then I need to post this on social media, and the time is now 2:47, so it's like just before 3 o'clock. So yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out. Definitely reminds me of that day camping. Just finished posting everything that I wanted to post on social media, my artwork, and now I think it is 4 p.m. and I'm gonna read. I've been reading this book. It's called An Elephant in My Kitchen, and it's so good. It is about a game reserve here in South Africa, and here in KZN, in the same province where I am right now, and it's really interesting. The author goes into all these details about all the different animals there, like all these interesting stories about the elephants and their character, and yeah, I'm just finding it really fascinating. So if you see this, definitely recommend it. This is probably where I'm gonna sign off for the day, because I think I'm done with all my art that I can do today and feeling pretty exhausted. So thank you so much for joining me for this day in the life. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it insightful, and yeah, comment down below if this looks anything like your day in the life as an artist. I'd love to know, and I'll see you again soon for another video. And we have a little creature at the door who has a beautiful tail. Came to say goodbye as well. Tail is looking so stunning. So bye from this beautiful peacock as well. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time.